I think I laughed in that moment because once again, I've never been on a date, so I was like, okay, I don't know what to expect from this. So 4 red flags so far. I was literally about to leave because there's no way you have me waiting here for like 30 minutes. That's a little sus. It was just slobber all over my face. I didn't even know what to do at that point. And then come correct or don't come at all.
Nobody else you. Nobody else makes you. Nobody else had a clue what I could do.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Channy Alexandrina and I'm back with yet another video. In today's video, you read the title, I'm going to be doing my first ever story time. Honestly, probably one of the worst ones, to be honest. Worst date ever. My worst date ever. And it was my first date, so that makes it a lot worse because, you know, my expectations kind of just diminished after that first date. Forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more story times, more content like this. So let's get into it. I have to give you guys like a little backstory. I wanted to drink some wine and do this, but my bottle's like pretty much done. Let me show you. I really wanted to drink and tell the story, but it's practically done. This isn't doing nothing for me, and I'm not about to just act like it's doing something when it's not. Where should this start? Where should I start? Okay, this is just so funny for me to tell because it's just the worst thing ever. But anyways, this was back in summer of grade 12, like going into grade 12. For us in Canada, school starts in September, but it was like August. Yeah, I was heading into grade 12 and I was working at McDonald's at the time. This is when I was still, you know, that was my first little job, and I had just kind of gotten a little heart throttle, you know. I wouldn't say heartbreak because I wasn't in love with the nigga, but my heart was a little, you know, a little hurt. So I was grinding every day, working every day at McDonald's. And then this one new guy, he came in, was in the back. I worked at front, like drive-through and stuff like that, and he was working in the kitchen. And he was new or whatever. We're gonna call him, what should we call him? Okay, we're gonna call him Eager, okay? So Eager just started working, you know, in the back, whatever, and I never really paid attention to him before. Like, it was whatever. I was like, yeah, he's cute, you know, but I never really, because I wasn't focused on no guys. Like, my heart just got a little hurt, so I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna work, make my monies, yeah. But you never know, like, if you want to move on, it's really good to talk to someone else to move on. So I had a friend who used to work at McDonald's. He had just quit. Got to talking, and then I told him about him, and then I was like, yeah, like, put me on, like, you know, tell him to hit me up, something like that. So I was basically telling him to just put me on to him, just tell him like I think he's cute or some shit like that, because I wasn't gonna go tell him, you know, my little high school self. He's like, okay, bet. So then he added me on Snap. He messaged me like, hey, whatever. Not even, I'm giving him too much credit right now. He said, yo. That's a red flag right there. There were so many red flags with this guy, but I didn't really care. I don't know how to explain it, but I was clearly going through some things in my mind. But yo, first of all, if a guy ever hits you up with yo, just run. Don't even answer, because that's how you know it's just not gonna go well. So he said yo, and from that I was kind of yo, but then at the same time I was like, ooh, like, I can't explain it. Like, I was into some toxic stuff back then. I said, hey, like, what's up, whatever, and then we just got to talking about whatever. Before we even got to talking about whatever, I saved the messages because it's Snapchat and I want to have an actual conversation. Like, I'd be forgetting stuff and I take forever to respond on Snap, and I saved this message, and then he said, don't save any messages.
What do you mean by that?
And I was like, that's a little sus. That's a little sus. If anyone ever tells you don't save messages on Snap, that's sus, okay? Just remember that. That is very, very sus. That was the second red flag for me right there. First was a yo, now it's don't save any messages. Like, hey, I don't know what I'm getting into, but I was just boo-boo the fool. I did not care. When he said that, I was like, oh, my bad. Like, I didn't know what to say. Like, I think I asked him why, and he was just like, oh, it's sus or something like that. He came up with some nonsense bullshit excuse. I didn't care that much because I wasn't trying to get in a relationship with this guy. I just wanted to talk to him. I was like, okay, whatever. We were talking for a few weeks. We started FaceTiming, and even with that, he was really weird. Like the way we would FaceTime, like he'd always be around people, and I hate that. Like if you're talking to me, you don't have to have all kind of people around you. Like go in a room, or why are you even calling me when you're with bare people? Like call me after. But anyways, fast forward, we got to texting one day and he's like, oh, I want to take you out or whatever. So I was like, okay. Honestly didn't really want to, like, because I genuinely did not care for this boy at all. I just wanted to move on. Like I just wanted a distraction, you know what I mean? I did think he was cute, so I was like, okay, he's giving me attention, like I'll just talk to him, whatever, even though I'm the one that told him to slide on me. But I wasn't serious at all. First I was like, okay. He wants to go to the movies, and then I was like, I really was not feeling it at all. Like I did not want to go. I was trying to come up with an excuse not to go, and then he ended up just convincing me to go with him. Okay, fine. This was the date at the movies now. So I get there. First of all, I got there, I took an Uber. I wasn't even, like, I didn't have my license or nothing at this time. So I took an Uber, got there, I was just waiting. There's like an arcade area, so I was just waiting in the arcade area for like, literally guys, I was literally waiting because we were late for the movie. I was waiting for like 30 minutes. This guy did not, like, what are you doing? So I was just waiting. I texted him, I called him, I was like, bro, like, are you coming? Like, I'm about to leave. I was literally about to leave because there's no way you have me waiting here for like 30 minutes. We're late for the movie, and I hate being late for movies. If anyone knows me, I love to watch the previews. So I'm already upset. I didn't even want to see the movie at this point. Igor comes in finally. I didn't even see when he came in. He just came up to me because I was just sitting in the arcade area. He comes up to me. I look over and I see a kid. At first I was like, is that just a random ass like kid? That was his cousin, or his, like, it was his cousin or whatever. I don't know. It was a relative of his, and he brought him. And I was like,
something ain't right. Something ain't right. And damn it, it's time that we find out.
What is going on right now? Like, I'm so confused. Is this a family affair? Like, I thought this was just, am I reading things wrong? Like, that's one thing. Like, don't just do weird shit like that. Tell me you're gonna do that or something like that. Like, you're bringing a little ass kid on a date with me, and he was like 10, like 10, 11. I don't even know how old he was, and I was like just confused. I didn't say anything. I was like, break. I was just like really like okay. And he acted like nothing, and I remember I probably asked him, I was like who is that? And he's like, oh, it's my cousin, you know, he wanted to come. Huh? He wanted to come. He just wanted to come on a date with you. Like, what? I didn't even know his family like that or nothing, so it's not to say like, oh, we've been known each other. And third red flag, or maybe fourth at this point. We have the yo, we have the do not save the messages, and now we have him bringing a little ass kid on a date. A date. Oh, and I'm missing one. On FaceTime, we're always like, there's always people around. So 4 red flags so far. And I still proceeded. This is how I know my head was not there. Now, that could never go on. That could never happen. From the first yo, bye. Come correct, or don't come at all. Period! We're already late for the movie, mind you. Now we're going to pay for the movie. One thing about me, I don't have any expectations when it comes to money for no guy, okay? No, you're never gonna catch me lacking when it comes to money. Never. I'll never depend on a man for money. I do not care. So we go up to pay. I'm standing beside him. He types in, like, we're using the kiosk thing. He punches in the movie, da-da-da-da. It gets to the tickets now. I'm just standing there. The thing is, you told me to come out, okay? So if you're telling me to come out, am I to pay for myself? It's a date? I don't know. So he punches in his ticket. He looks at me. He's like,
should I pay for your ticket?
He's like,
do you have money for your ticket?
What? What the fuck?
I was like, bro, what? I think I laughed in that moment because, once again, I've never been on a date. So I was like, okay, I don't know what to expect from this. But this nigga asked me if I brought money for my ticket, or if I have enough money for my ticket. I think I just laughed in his face, and I literally was like, yeah, I'm good. I got me. Like, I'm good. And I went over to the other kiosk and I paid for my own ticket to a movie date that he invited me out. I didn't even want to go, guys. Remember, I didn't even want to go. This nigga brought me out to pay for my own ticket. How much weirder and how much worse can it get? Like, what? I don't know what he was thinking. Like, you're a man, you're bringing me out on a date, and you have the audacity to ask me if I brought enough money for my ticket. You brought me here. Like, of course I had my money. So I was like, yeah, it's whatever. Like, I'll just pay for my ticket. I didn't even count this shit as a date, but it really is, because he literally said he wanted to take me out. Like, you're taking me out and you're making me pay for my ticket. He even had cash. Like, this guy had bands. Like, he brought like cash. I don't know what some Toronto niggas, I won't say all, but some of them are just too much. They do way too much, and this guy brought like bands of money and he's there flaunting it. Like, he was one of those kind of guys. And like, he's still gonna ask me if I brought money to pay for my ticket, and you're there showing off, flexing up your money. That's fine. I got money in the bank, babes. I got money in the bank. But it's like, where's your head at? Like, have you been on a date before? So I paid for my ticket, he paid for his. I think I even paid for my own popcorn. Like, it was just very individual, and like the little kid was just trailing behind us. Like, it was just very weird, guys. We get in the movie theater, watching a movie. It was an okay movie. It was kind of boring. And then he was very manipulative. Like, he was like a narcissist, because he would always do shit and then try to, like, you know, justify it and apologize and get me back, and my dumb ass would be like, it's okay. So he was like, oh, I'm sorry, da 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 da, whatever. I was like, okay, you know how it goes. Okay. Okay. Like a dummy, Boo Boo the fool, you know, like just a clown. I'm at the circus right now. I'm playing with all the circus animals, the elephant. Like, I'm just a big old clown at this point. And then he came in and tried to kiss me. It was one of the worst kisses I've ever had in my life. To be honest, it was very much slobber, like just slobber. Like this, I think my nose was wet as well. Pretty sure my entire front face was very wet, and it was just very gross. I don't know why I let that happen. I really don't. That was gross. Like, now that I think about it, it was just slobber all over my face. I didn't even know what to do at that point. Should I wipe it? Should I not? I don't want to offend him. And that's another thing. Sometimes I could be a pushover. Like, I don't say things. I'm very yes. Like, I don't say no a lot, or I don't just show how I feel, because I don't like hurting people's feelings. But sometimes people's feelings need to be hurt. His feelings needed to be hurt. And yeah, after that, like, he would always try to like take snaps with me and stuff, and I just was never really having it. Like, I would just be like, oh no, yeah, don't post that. You know, keep that on the low, delete that. I just wasn't feeling it. The vibes weren't there. And then we did continue to talk for a little bit after that, and then it was just a lot of back and forth with this guy, and then it just became to the point where I just realized he just wasn't it. Like, he's just not it. And that's pretty much it. My worst date ever. Eager, you did your part, Eager. You made my first date the worst experience. Kind of just set the bar now. The bar is very high. I will never put up with that again. Like, I don't even know why I stayed, honestly. Never again. But anyways, guys, that concludes the story time on my worst date ever. And if you enjoyed it and you want more story times, just let me know in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on that post notification so you never miss whenever I post another video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.